Hey guys, and welcome back to the Devine Witch. I want to say thank you guys for your support and your love, as always, and thank you for those of you who are on our Patreon and supporting us. For anyone who doesn't know what Patreon is, basically it's like a monthly fee that you get. You can pick between $1 to whatever we got on our page and donate money to help us keep doing what we do. So I figured I would give you guys an update. So as far as social media, TikTok's doing great. We got well over 1,000. I need to publish some of the things that I got on the website as far as blogs go, and I'm going to be writing some more, especially with the winter months coming. I'm going to have more time at home. I'm thinking about doing some blogs on some book reviews as well. So expect that to come. And I'm also going to make videos as well to go with those blogs. So if you can't watch the video, you can at least read about, what the book is. This is driving me nuts. My dog's in the background being crazy. And it's one of the, you know what? We're just going to let it do its thing, right? Oh, it drives me nuts. Anyway, like I was saying, so those are some of the things that are going to be coming up currently right now. As far as social media goes, on YouTube, we've been growing our numbers within the last month. We've went well over 100 subscribers, which has been amazing. And I've got to say to those of you who've recently subscribed to our channel, thank you. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to grow all of our social media so that way, next spring, when we file for our 501c3, which it takes about 6 months to get everything back, we've got our media presence, we've got our online presence, we've been in different publications locally, some nationwide, and it kind of helps, share our mission and show that we are credible and do have a backing. So I'm really excited about it. I'm super excited about it. And I want to get to the point to where, at least on YouTube, we're over 1,000 subscribers. This way we can actually do more events. We can monetize some of our videos. So we'll get revenue for that, which will go back into the Devine Witch itself for like events, school, clothing, toy drives, whatever it may be that we need for our actual organization. And it helps people locally in our community. And I'm super excited about it. Like, I can't wait till when I get to file this stuff in the spring. And some of you are like, why are you waiting till the spring? And I'm like, it's a financial thing. Because realistically, we get funds, but we don't get a lot of funds. So whatever funds we got, I'm going to be pitching in some money during that time around tax season and putting it in for it to get filed and for us to finally be a 501c3. So the hope is by next fall, will be legal, everything will be situated, and we'll be doing good. So, as you guys know, that our YouTube channel is growing. I've been doing some tarot readings with my multiple decks. Been going live for I think the last 2 weeks, almost every day. And I decided that I'm going to do a giveaway in December for a 30 free minute tarot reading. All they got to do is subscribe. Every day that they show up, they get an entry. This doesn't look like much, but that's because I need to actually push this in a bigger jar. But these are a portion. I still got 300 more entries to add to this. And we're going to do it till the last week in December. Then we're going to do a drawing, and it's going to be a whole thing. You can either gift it to someone, you can use it yourself for the following year in 2021. It's going to be a whole thing. This is what I've been writing everybody's name in. So I've got probably about 10 pages worth that I actually need to cut and add to a bigger jar. I did get some of these. So around that time, I can put it in here. We can shake it up and actually pull from it. And then I might end up doing something else, maybe like a gift basket of some sort for those who are actually doing paid readings. Because portion of whatever I get from my paid readings goes into the Devine Witch and the other rest goes to me. So I'm hoping to figure that out. We'll see. May not do that one. I may. I don't know yet. As you guys can tell, I am losing light. Normally, I have candles set up when I do these lives, but I don't have them with me right now. My dogs are running crazy. My husband's doing whatever my husband's doing. That's just him. And he's never in one place for too long. He's always moving about. God love him. So what are some things coming to next year? So as you guys know, we had to cancel Witch in the Woods. There's that husband that floats around. So we will be doing Witch in the Woods next year as long as coronavirus allows it, which fingers crossed. This year wasn't that great. But it gives us more time to plan. I've got some ideas that I'm going to add for next year. It's just actually sitting down and putting it together. I am putting out a PSA for this month. I need help because as we continue to grow, we got social media, things like that. Some of our new YouTube followers were being generous and helping me keep up with people on the YouTube channel. So thank you guys so much for that. It really helps me. I got a mind of a squirrel. So I get distracted and then I come back to it and then you guys help me out. So thank you. I'm looking for people to write blogs. So I don't care what magical path you're in. If you can dedicate one blog a month, contact me at thedevinewitch@gmail.com. And I'll make sure I put all my information down below. So that way you can contact me. You can contact me on Messenger, on Facebook. If I do not reply, that means one of our other admins has seen it and didn't tell me. Because they got busy lives as well, like we all do. So if you can't get me there, send me a message into the actual email, and I promise you, I will actually get it. I check it once or twice a day. It's a whole thing. Sorry. I wanted to do a Samhain ritual. I didn't get to do that. I did get to upload at least the prayer to Hecate, so that I'm excited about. I'm still working on videos for YouTube. I swear my dog hates me because she wants to growl and play while I try to do a video. And it's just like, why? And my husband doesn't help it. He encourages this. So, it is what it is. But, so I am going to be doing that. I do, and I'm going to prepare to actually have a ritual in place. For those who are on Patreon, you guys will be getting the ritual for you. So if you can't join me, well, you can't really join me anyway, but it feels like you can join in, you know what I mean? And then when we go live, I will also have in the description the ritual so you can go along with us as well. So that way we can participate with each other. I'm going to be showing videos of how to make fudge. I glitched. I don't know if you've seen that, and I almost said a word, and I stopped myself, so I'm proud. One of my witchy New Year things is try to bring down that cursing level a little bit, even though I'm part sailor. My husband laughs because he knows. So what I want to do is I want to show you guys some witchy cooking videos also. I'm going to do a Yule log. I do have that video planned. So we're going to make our own Yule log and some things that we can do. Because one of the things that is lacking that I've noticed is, we're not only older pagans, and I swear I hate that little hair that just want to go, I'm about to cut it off. We're lacking in our teens. We're lacking in, our child education. There is groups out there and they try to get the resources, but you never really see a whole lot of videos on YouTube about actually being able to do stuff with kids, different pagan activities. So we're going to work on that this year like we do every year, and we're going to really focus down on that with some traditions that I do in my family. And, hopefully it can continue with you guys. If my husband would love me and bring me that light that is behind me, so I have just a little smidgen of light, or maybe a candle and a candle holder. It's not a hint. It's not a clue. It's a manifestation. Maybe if I say it loud enough, it will happen. For those of you who have never been, I am a squirrel. He is my gatherer of my nuts, which sounds more horrible than it is. But we've all been there, and I hope you're laughing because I am. And then the lights went out in Georgia, but then they came back on. Where was I? So yeah, we're going to work on some stuff for some kids this year. I would love love to get a pagan child chapter around my area. Oh, there's light. It's so much of it though. So that way we can have that within our area. Next spring, as long as things go well, Corona isn't bad, or the world isn't ending, that sort of thing, we are going to get a couple plots so that we can do a garden. Now, you guys have heard me talk about it. I'm going to talk about it again because I'm excited. I at least want to get 2 plots. It will be paid monthly. So the Patreon is actually going to pay for that. And then what we're going to do is, during the first beginning of our holidays, we're going to plant our seeds. And then at the end of the harvest, it's like a transition. So there's going to be garden days once a month, as long as, social distance isn't a thing. Even if it is, me and the hubby will work hard in the garden. You guys can send in what kind of things you would like to see us plant. It can be herbs, because we are going to have an herb section, and we're going to have an actual veggie section. So you guys can make suggestions. If you make a donation to us, either on Patreon or through our Venmo, which is the Devine Witch, you have to have and whatever donation that you make, as long as it's 5 and above, we'll put a little plaque by your name, whatever we planted for you, and it'll say this was donated by so and so, which I think it's a great way, to get that, like, you guys feel like you're getting something, we feel like we're doing something, and at the end of the harvest, we're going to split it up. So whatever we do, part of it's going to go to those who help us with this whole gardening experience, and then the other half is going to either go to shared harvest, or we'll set out some free fruit stand or veggie stand, whatever it is, and try to give back to our community as a whole. I'm still looking at the legal side of that, because I just want to make sure that at that point in time we are covered. I would hate to do something and then something negative come from it, because there's a lot of loopholes for good reasons, and we want to make sure that we're doing the right thing. So as we get closer to that, you guys are going to see garden videos. You're going to see the little plaques come up with your guys' names who donate. It's going to be a whole thing, and it's going to be great. I drank a lot of coffee today, and I'm like on it. So what else is there? We've already talked about social. I really talked a lot about YouTube, because I feel like I can do a lot more with YouTube than I can with most of these other media platforms, just because it's a visual thing. You know what I mean? It feels like, we're family, which is another one of the things I want to talk about. So when it comes to family, we get a lot of people who come to us, they may not have family. They may have issues. I swear it looks like a windstorm outside. Like my door just went pop. That's why I love fall. Anyway, so I want to put this out there, because this was one of the main reasons I did this group. One, because I really didn't see anything out there around my area that felt like home. Do you know what I mean? Like, instead of it being political or being, this or that, something that just felt right. So I always called our group kind of like the place of the misfit toys. Because, just because someone neglected us from our family or whatever, you always have a place here. No matter if you go off and do your own little venture somewhere else and then come back, you always got a home. And that's what I want to put out there. If you feel like you don't belong, you feel like, you've been judged or whatever, this is a place where we don't judge each other. No matter what your practice is, no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, no matter what you look like, we're not going to judge you. As long as you show love and respect towards each and every person, then we're cool. Just putting that out there. Because the reason I bring this up is during our live readings, we've had kind of that pop up a few times. You know what I mean? And anybody who comes on our live always says it feels like family. It feels like a real conversation, instead of something that's just like, here I am, here you are. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what I've always wanted. I wanted it to be interactive, where we could talk to each other. And some social media is hard. Like Instagram, it's hard to really convey that, for me, at least. Maybe I can get someone on my team who's better at conveying that type of feel and vibe and things like that. Twitter, it's a slow burn, let's be honest. But mostly TikTok and YouTube has been the one that's just popping, and Facebook. The only thing that really kills us as a group is the algorithms that each of these social media plays. And sometimes we don't feel like our Patreons or our followers are getting the information, or maybe we just get pushed back in their feed and they don't see us till way later. So the more that you guys help spread the information, that's pretty much all we could ask for. It helps us, makes it easier on me because I do all of the social media at this point. So, right now it's a lot of what ifs. And I know as we get into the darker months, we're going to be dealing with crazy dogs who want to fight each other on my couch. Cabin fever, if you must. No. But don't get into depression if you can. If you get to that point, it's fine. Just know that we're here for you if you ever need to talk. We do got a group on Facebook called, it's sad that I make these groups and then I can't remember all the group names. So it is Pagan Support Group on Facebook. We got about 100 members. And I have that coffee heated. I'm talking so quick that my saliva isn't getting enough time to actually replenish. And the coffee's not really helping as much as I wanted to. But we got that. You can go there. You can talk about anything you want to. No one's going to judge you. If they do, then guess what? They get blocked. Not only from the group, but from every Devine Witch event. We don't take bigotry. We don't take hate. And we don't deal with racism. Those are some of our core values. We don't deal with that. We all go through issues, and it happens, especially as we get closer to the holidays. Let's be honest, there's gift giving, there's making of food, and seasonal depression because you can't really go out. And then with Corona on top of it, then flu season, it really gets down on you. So, if you got suggestions for videos, or maybe you want to have like a Q&A on like a pagan perspective on how to get over certain things within your path, whether it be judgment or, a certain thing that you don't know more about, just comment down below. Anything that you guys want to know magically, related that you might want some new information on, or maybe some suggestions, use the comments. We're a community. That's what we do. And, there's a lot of times where I'll do a Q&A. I'll answer questions. I'll even bring up some of the comments that some people have commented, being like, this is a great question, or, this person helped this person, because that's what we do. We build each other up. That's the goal. So this has nothing to do with our organization, but it is one of my proteges. Protege? I think that's how you say it. That I am mentoring. I love him to death. I'm not going to say his name, but he is my little Greek brother who's taller than me, so it's so hilarious. But I'm so excited for him. He is working right now like I'm working to set up his own 501c3 for a pagan temple. And I've watched this boy work on the idea for over a year. He's came a long way, and he's getting ready to do the paperwork and everything. And I just want to give him a shout out. Brandon, I am so proud of you. I am proud of what you're doing, and I can't wait to see this whole vision in the next 10 years come to life. Because that's right there is something that we need. As pagans, we get in this right, well, we don't need a place of worship. Well, when there's rain or you want somewhere to hold it, it's not just one certain deity or a church that you go to. This is like a community center for pagans. And I support him 110%. And I'm proud of him. I'm proud of the journey that he's taken would probably be the better term. And that's the thing that I'm talking about. Seeing someone's dream, slowly come to life and put that energy into it, the manifestation, and being there to cheer them on. That's what I love the most. So, kudos to you. I also want to give a big shout out to Ragnar's Riches. They've been set up for a while at Caesars Creek in Wilmington, Ohio. They make beautiful cord jewelry along with some other items as well. Tell them we sent you. They're one of our main Patreon supporters. They've always been there for us, and they're great Coven members. You can go there at any time, and you'll never feel like you're unsafe. And if you ever get to the point to where you need somewhere to go and someone to talk to, I highly recommend them. They're sweet people, and they'll do anything in the world that they possibly can for you. So with that being said, thank you guys. Like I always say, we're family, and I mean that when I say it. And you guys have gave me the strength to keep pushing on when I've wanted to give up. So this is your October. See, I'm still in October, and here it is November. November newsletter. Thank you guys so much, and blessed be.